Hi everyone, Justin Vacula here. I want to talk about miracles, and specifically whether it is the case that atheists, naturalists, secularists, or whomever else have an a priori rejection to miracles. What I mean by a priori is simply before experience, in that considering something, we have some sort of rejection to miracles even happening. In my recent talk with students of the Holy Apostles College and Seminary class, I was asked if I had an a priori rejection to miracles. I have noted on several occasions that it seems really hard for me to go from I can't explain this or I don't understand something to it's a miracle, or even more specifically, it's a miracle and this is the source it's coming from. When I hear testimony of personal experiences or miracles from particular believers of all sorts of religions, the stories seem quite unconvincing. It doesn't seem that personal experience alone can establish good reason to believe in a miracle, what is often referred to as the least improbable or a very improbable occurrence, a suspension of the laws of nature or the regularities in nature, however you'd want to say. So to believe that God intervened as a result of some sort of personal experience story seems quite absurd. How are we to get to that? And how are we, just because we can't explain something or we don't understand something, to go from I don't know to it's a miracle to it's a specific miracle? One conversation I had about a week ago was actually at a local bar. A woman was talking to me about how her one-year-old child had seen something paranormal or supernatural. And I asked for her explanation of this. She went into quite a long story about how her one-year-old daughter was looking around a room and her eyes were moving and she saw something. And I said to her, well, how do you know she saw something? Because her eyes were moving. And her response was, well, a one-year-old doesn't lie. Now this seems to be quite interesting, because she's assuming that just because eyes were moving, not only that she saw something, but it was something paranormal or supernatural. Well, how about a better explanation of I don't know what happened? How does she jump from I don't know to, oh, well, this is paranormal or supernatural, and a something paranormal or supernatural? Because it couldn't be the case, of course, that eyes were simply wandering around the room. So, do you have some sort of a priori rejection to miracles? When you hear a story about a miracle, do you automatically dismiss it in saying, oh, well, it can't be a miracle. How could we jump from I don't know to a miracle? And is this even a bad thing? I think when reflecting upon my writing and what I've learned through the previous years, especially from my study of philosophy in undergraduate, that it's really hard to say that a very improbable occurrence is the best explanation of something. It seems that there can be better explanations. And how are we to rule out that, oh, there can't be a naturalistic explanation at all? That this has to be a supernatural explanation simply because we can't understand it. Well, all throughout history, we've seen miracle explanations go to the wayside. We had the demon theory of disease. We had thought that the gods had caused natural disasters, and over time we learn more and we say, okay, well, now we have a natural explanation. We don't need the supernatural explanation before. As our understanding increases, it seems that supernatural explanations go to the wayside. And sure, there can be many cases where we simply can't explain something. So why do we jump from I don't know or I can't explain it to, oh, well, it must have been a miracle? I don't get it. The woman with the one-year-old daughter, how do you go from, oh, well, I don't know what happened to, oh, well, my daughter saw something was there, something supernatural or paranormal? So I think that it's best to reject miracle claims for various reasons, and various good reasons. I'm willing to believe in a supernatural explanation if I find really good reason to do it, but your personal stories and your jumping from I don't know to, oh, well, it has to be a miracle because I can't explain it, seems to be quite insufficient.